Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at the, well, it's not so new, I'm kind of late to the party, but I'm going to film this video anyway. The Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow Face Palette. I saw Michelle's video, Mel's video, Kelsey's favorites included the Natasha favorite, and I had to get it. I ordered this maybe 2 weeks ago, and I've been using it ever since. This is the only Natasha Denona face palette that I own, so I'll do the swatches, several demos, taking several circumstances into consideration. If you want to see all that go down, then please keep on watching. Hello my friends, my name is Alicia. Thank you so much for coming. Kinky Sweat is the name of my platform that represents my kinky hair and sweat life. I'm a beauty lover as well as a fitness professional here at NYC. All my daily movement musings can be found on Instagram, and all my class schedules, pop-up events will be found on my website. Natasha Denona. I wasn't as excited about this palette until I saw it in action. It's like a piece of clothing you see on a mannequin and you're like meh, and you see it on someone else and you're like ooh. I have the palette profile here pulled up on the Sephora site. Let's read what this palette is about. The Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette retails for $55. She comes in at 13.7 grams or 0.483 ounces of product. Also has an 18-month recommended shelf life. Cruelty-free, made in Italy. What is it? An ultimate glow palette inspired by Natasha Denona's best-selling diamond and blush palette, which I don't have, sorry. Featuring some of her best-selling shades and formulas. This palette contains a range of exquisite formulas. The hydrating velvety cream blush is designed to give your skin a healthy flush of color. That it does. Glow Cream Base is a hydrating luminous cream highlight with real crushed mineral pearls to give your skin the ultimate glow. Yes. Duo Glow is a multi-purpose duochrome highlighting powder with real crushed mineral duochrome pearls to give your skin a supernatural shade-shifting glow. Whoa. And the Extreme Glow is a multi-dimensional sparkling creamy powder highlight with a soft focus HD finish and a velvety smooth texture. Here is how the palette looks like. It has like a dual layered design packaging where there's like a plastic cover over the metallic finish on the actual palette. All the product details can be found on the back label, and when you open it up, you have a beautifully sized mirror that pretty much goes edge to edge. You have the cream products on top that are separated by this plastic flap. It has a groove on the center of the palette so it's easy to lift off. And then on the bottom you have the powder products, so it's really nice how it's designed. Her bigger diamond and glow palettes are designed in the same manner where she has the plastic flap protector over her cream products so there's no cross contamination of textures. I think initially when people saw the cream color they were like, oh my gosh. But this shade is so universal for several skin tones across the spectrum. You'll see in a minute. Just you wait. Glow Cream Base in Peach, and this is a natural peach shade. Cream Blush in Fuchsia is a deep cherry red with a subtle bronze shine. Glow Extreme in Light Rose is a nude champagne. Duo Glow in Vibrant Golden Coral is a vibrant coral with a golden champagne shift. Here are the swatches from the Bloom palette. I mean, look how rich these colors look, and the duochrome shade. If you blend this out, the shine that it gives off and reflects, so good. Why don't you come in a little closer? That's enough. My skin is prepped with the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Cream. This is still in my heavy rotation. My Ursa Major Recovery Cream I also love. I mentioned in my February favorites. My Peach and Lily Matcha Antioxidant Cream. I still have my Balsan Squalene and Omega Cream. Like, they're all so good. But I filmed the video already and I had to take off my makeup, and just to replenish my skin I'll slap on the Lala, so it's really great for those purposes. Let's apply these shades on bare skin. If you want to see how this palette performs on bare skin, maybe you don't want to put foundation but you do need that flush of color, we'll see how it turns out. Now the reason why this shade is outstanding is because it covers such a wide spectrum of skin tones, especially deeper. For lighter skin tones and medium who are afraid of the shade, let me tell you, it's always easier to take away. You could be very light-handed with this and it will still show up as a natural flush of color. But if the color is just too light, then there's nothing you can do. But if the color itself starts off here, you can dial it down, but it's still rich enough for deeper skin tones to benefit from. One side I'll apply it with my fingers and the other I will apply it with a synthetic brush. You could also use a sponge as well if you're more comfortable with that tool. I'm gently just gonna pat, pat, pat. That's all you need because this is a very pigmented. I'm gonna put it on the top, and once you've applied that, you could just take the excess off on your skin or your arm, the back of your hand, on a towel, what have you, and just use short strokes to spread the color on the apples of your cheeks. And there it is. It just gives a natural flush of color. It gives the face some life. For the cream blush, I'm going to do the same thing. Use my finger and just apply it to my cheekbones. So it gives a nice glow there. With a brush, I'm going to use my Wayne Gauze 25S powder synthetic brush, but I'm going to use it with this. This picks up a lot. So we already have it on there. I'm gonna go in on and just swirl it around. This is why I love this brush, because it just makes it so easy to apply the product. And if you want more color, you build it up. So you go again lightly if you want a little more. And again, I just like to swirl it on. And you see I'm taking it kind of all over because I want that flush effect to radiate from several portions of my face so it could look more natural. Taking the glow cream with my finger on the cheekbones again. Now let's see these powder glow products in action. I'm taking my Hakuhodo J5512B with the Glow Extreme first. I'm gonna lay that over the glow cream. So pretty. It really bumps up the shine and the glow factor of the cream. Now the duochrome, you could apply this if you're a deeper skin tone. You could probably apply it higher on your cheekbone as it will appear more of a highlighter shade. If you're my skin tone or lighter, I like to put it right on the highest point of my cheeks, right there. And just to help the powders melt a little better, I'm gonna hit it with some Max Fix Plus. Use my finger to carefully just help the powders and setting spray melt together. And here we have the cream blush, the cream highlighter, and both powder highlighters on the face. The cream blush blends incredibly well. It's so easy to use. It looks like a natural flush on the skin. And this is like a no makeup day. Maybe you'll apply a BB cream or a skin tint instead. I just went totally bare just so you can see what it could look like on this type of scenario. Now I have a face halo and we're gonna take that off and start from scratch, but this time apply foundation. Just to replenish my skin a little bit, I'm going back with some of my Lala Retro Cream. I never like to leave my skin unmoisturized. It's just a fabric, so it's not going to, I feel, strip my skin, but I'd rather have a plusher texture for my foundation. So I've been using a sample of the Lawless I Woke Up Like This liquid foundation. I've been loving it. I'm using as little as possible because I want the sample to last, because the foundation ain't cheap. I'm taking my little spatula and just very small amount because a little goes a long way. I'm gonna put that on the back of my hand. This is in the shade Bronze. It will apply a little tan on me, so do not get scared. Applying the foundation with my Wayne Gauze 24S, by far my most favorite brush for foundation right now. It is like the best, especially also because I have my eyebrows on. I just love how easy it is to maneuver around them. Definitely bronzed me up, but I love this shade. It truly gives me a tan that looks natural and it does not oxidize on me. It applies very bronze, but once I apply my concealer, it evens out and doesn't look crazy. Going in with my Makeup Forever self-setting concealer in the shade 34. This is the concealer I actually had under my eyes when I didn't have anything on my face, and that's why I love it, because I could just apply this under my eyes and it would not look strange. My under eyes would just look more diffused and wouldn't look like, oh, why did she just have concealer on? Or how come she didn't blend that out? And I love to just use my fingers with this concealer. I think it blends the formula best. Just makes it very easy to apply under my eyes. Just applying a little bit on my lids to take away some of that redness. So we look a little more even toned than we did before. And we also have some of my blemishes peeking through. That was my fault because I don't first. What I'll also do is apply powder to one side and leave the other unset so you can see how the cream blush reacts to a powdered surface and just a foundation one. To powder, I'm gonna go in with the Melt Makeup Set and Blur Loose Powder in the shade Medium, and I'll apply some here on this side. So now that's completely set. Taking my Wayne Goss Holiday 2018 brush, or is it 2017? This one. In with my Hourglass Unlock Editing Palette with the light shade and just placing that under my eyes. So let's apply the cream blush to the just foundation skin. Definitely going back in with my 25S Wayne Goss brush. Just taking a little bit. Maybe that was too much, I don't know. And then I place it first and then I swirl it around. So pretty. Other brushes that you can use, I also have the Sonergy Fan Pro. The other one that I have, ooh, let me get it. You could also use her Sculpt 4 because this is undyed and you can use this with cream products. You could also use Wayne's. How could I forget that this is the 2018 holiday brush and the other one is from 2017? I am so sorry. I am dumb. You could also use this brush to apply it. So let's see. This is not synthetic. This is natural hair, but you could use this with cream. So take some. And again, this is just the perfect size for blush because the way it hugs the apples of the cheeks and the lightness of the bristles just makes it very easy to apply. So that's how it looks with both brushes. So pretty much whatever you have, synthetic, natural, undyed, it could work with the formula. I'm applying a little bit on the forehead as well. Taking the Glow Cream base to the cheekbone. This is how the blush and glow cream shades look on an unset side. Let's see how the products react on powder. Now, I didn't go in with a lot of powder. A lot of people will bake or keep the powder on for a long amount of time. So this is typically how I would set my foundation and how I'll go about it. Taking my Wayne 25S again with the cream color. And in the same way, oh my gosh, going to apply and swirl. This shade is outstanding. I mean, it looks so good on so many skin tones, and if you want that richness in color, you just apply more. Taking the Glow Cream on my finger. That applied beautifully well on top of the powder. Now, granted, the Milk Makeup powder is very lightweight. I think it's very skin-like and an ideal formula to apply a cream blush on. I don't know how this would do on like the Fenty Loose powder. That has a lot more body and it's like a thicker powder. I probably wouldn't use that powder if I were to use this cream blush. Just saying. I'm gonna go in with my Wayne Holiday 2017 with the Glow Extreme. Apply that on both sides. This brush for highlighter is like, no words. I can't talk about it. It's so good. And let's take the duochrome powder with the same brush, but just on the tops of the cheekbone. Look at the shine of that duochrome shade. I think it's so pretty. Now, if you want to do a final buff, we could take our powder brush that we use to apply our loose powder. And if you want, you can take the opportunity, if you didn't set your foundation, to take some loose powder now and to lightly go over that part of the face that didn't have loose powder on it initially. For funsies, let's apply the cream blush color with Wayne's 26S synthetic eye brush and then put that all over the eye and like do like a red thing, you know what I mean? Taking it on the lid as well as on the crease. Very easy to work with, yes. I know Valentine's Day has passed. This is a very Valentine's Day look if you haven't noticed already. Taking the tip of the brush with the same cream color under my lash line. Taking the Glow Cream shade on the inner corner to set up for the Glow Extreme. Taking the Duo Glow with the same synthetic brush but on the center of my lid to lighten that part of the eye up. Taking the Glow Extreme with my pinky on top of the cream color and a little bit actually just to the center of my nose. And I gotta fix these brows, man. They're looking crazy. I'm just gonna add a little bit of mascara. I'm going in with my Too Faced Waterproof because I actually have a little bit of leftover of Pat's Fetish eyes, but I need a little more curls, so I'm using the Better Than Sex waterproof to give me that lift. Have my spoolie on standby because this is a little crazy. Buff those mistakes in. Gotta put some mascara on my bottom lashes. I almost forgot. To complete the look, going in with Mama Pat's Liquid Lust Gloss in the shade Wicked Whisper. And there you have it, friends. Our completed look using the Natasha Denona Bloom Face Palette. Final consensus, outstanding. The formula is beyond easy to work with. It works with different brushes. It works on different textures of makeup, even if it's just skin. You could apply this before you set your foundation or after. You can just apply this to bare skin. You could buff it out with the brush or use it with the sponge. You could use your fingers. The ease of use and the wide spectrum of tools that you can use this with, and the wide spectrum of skin tones you can use this with, especially the cream blush, phenomenal. This might appear a little silvery for sure. If you're a deeper skin tone, if you apply the duochrome shade higher on the cheekbone as the actual highlight shade, and maybe just apply this on top to intensify the shine and the sparkle, that will also be a great layering thing to do. The glow cream is lightweight. It's not super crazy, so it's not going to give you that crazy shine effect like for say like a dropper highlighter would give off. This is going to give more like a satin finish type of a glow that I think is great if you're not into powder highlighter as well. If you're not into powder highlighters, then I wouldn't get this palette. But if you don't prefer that finish or you just want to change it up on that day, you could use the glow cream product instead. It's travel friendly, easy to pack, a lot easier than her bigger face palettes are. Those palettes are beautiful without a doubt. I was very intimidated by the size of them. You couldn't take that anywhere, or you could, but it will pretty much take up the whole makeup bag that you chose to travel with. I just felt like I wouldn't reach for it as much as I would something that's smaller. It's just like, it was a lot to commit to. Another reason why I feel like people don't use their mothership palettes from Mama Pat is because it's a lot to commit to. Like, it's so big and heavy and something you don't grab quickly. Like for instance, the Charlotte Tilbury, right? It's easy to grab, it's small. I mean, yes, I want Natasha Denona everything, but it wasn't really practical for my collection, nor was it really practical for my lifestyle. This though is practical for my lifestyle. You have the shades here. If you want more blush, you could apply the cream blush first and then your favorite blush after. Like, oh my gosh, if I applied Vivid Flush on top, I mean, that wakes it up a lot. So if you wanted to go there, that's what you can do. Some people love Blush Man, and this palette is going to take you there. I love the tone of the cream blush. Again, it is just ideal for a wide spectrum of skin tones. Again, it is very easy to take away, but not so easy to add on what's not there. And you could use it on your eyes too. It's just a beautiful formula that's smooth, that's easy to work with. I mean, it's practically foolproof. And again, it is very forgiving on a lot of makeup textures. If you want to powder first, or you want to just apply it on your foundation. I think the highlighting products are simply gorgeous. They look shiny. They don't look textured on the skin. If you feel that they are, I would just make sure that you spritz after, because that will just help the powders melt better into the skin and will appear smoother. Very happy that I bought this instead of the bigger Diamond and Glow palette. I just feel I'll get a lot more use out of this. It looks great with my other makeup. If I wanted to apply bronzer, if I wanted to apply another blush topper, I just have a lot of options to pull from when using this palette, and it makes for a beautiful experience. Let me know, my friends, if you have the Bloom palette. I know a lot of you do, because a lot of you had to highly recommend that I grab this palette. So happy that I did. Let me know what your experience has been down below, and we'll take it from there. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another tutorial, demo, chit chat, or review. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.